Welcome back, everybody. It's Mr. Bull897 here, and we're here with a slightly different video from normal. It's a little bit of an update. As you guys know, I am very open about some of these topics. I want to talk about a few things today. If you don't want to listen, you don't have to. You can click off this video. I won't be offended. Today it's about a mental update for you guys. If you have looked at my past videos, I've talked very openly about mental illness and things that have been going on in my head. So that's part of what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about some goals for my channel, some goals for me, where life is at, where life is moving, and what's been going on recently. So let's hop in it. So you may have noticed my content's been lacking a little bit the last couple weeks especially, but last couple months it's been kind of sporadic and just when I got time to do stuff. If you had started following me back in May, I think is when I started back up. Shortly after that I had lost a job and I got very depressed, and that's when I first started really getting into YouTube. But then a few weeks later, after I'd been out of work for a while, it started dying off a lot because I just couldn't find the motivation. I'd gotten really depressed, really down for losing my job and being in the middle with no work, no income. And that took a toll on me, but I'm back at work. I've been back at work since, I think it's been September, like the beginning of September, I think. Something like that. Beginning or end of September is around there. So I've been back at work since then, but I'm still in school and been driving me absolutely nuts. The semester's almost over. It's finals week. I took one of my finals today and did really well on it. A lot better than I thought I was going to do, so I'm very happy about that. Thank God managerial accounting is out of the way. So that's something that's been going on recently. So my content has been lacking a lot because this semester has been really rough. I graduate at the end of the spring semester, which it's only my associate's degree, but recently I've been taking some of my little more advanced classes for my degree, and I'll tell you this semester it got pretty rough, mostly just because of the one class. Got that out of the way, things are getting better on that front. On to an update for my channel. I do plan getting a little more content going. If you've been following it recently, you know I've done a lot of live streams on Twitch, and I've exported them to YouTube. I would like to start downloading those live streams, and instead of just exporting the straight video, editing it out, making it a highlight reel. It's going to take a lot of time to edit each of those, and I wanted to also still be delivering regular content instead of having to take a couple days in between each live stream to edit and upload another one, which would kind of be nice because then I could get backlogged on live streams to download and edit. But I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that yet. All I know is I've been having a lot of fun with 7 Days to Die, and I really like playing that one live because I suck at it, and I really don't know what I'm doing, and I like your feedback. I do want to get back into Mafia 3 if you guys are interested in that. Comment down below if you want to see more of that, because it wasn't really getting a lot of views, so I've more or less played it for fun. I've still been recording, but I have a lot of content backlogged on it, and I just don't really know if I want to upload it because I don't know if you guys are finding it that entertaining. I know story-driven games, like me personally, I don't watch story-driven games because I don't want to ruin a story of a game. We'll see on that one. I don't know if I'm going to do more of it. I do kind of want to get back into some of my other indie game attitude that I had been doing in the past with maybe some shopkeep. I want to go back to doing some of that. It's been a long time since I've touched on that. See what they've added, because they're adding a lot of content to that all the time, and I love that game. I am planning on getting the new Conan game as soon as it comes out. What's it called? Conan Exiles, I believe. And it's supposed to come out on early access on Steam on January 31st. So the second that comes out, I do plan on getting it and playing it because it looks very similar to Ark, Survival Evolved, but set in the Conan universe. And that looks awesome to me because, you know, fucking Conan. So I do want to kind of play that. Well, I really want to play that because I never really played Ark. I just didn't have the money for it when it first came out. And now it's so far gone that I don't really feel like spending the money for it. If you guys do want to see content on it, let me know, and I'll definitely get it because it's a game that I could have a lot of fun with. I just haven't really felt like shelling out that money. But if you guys want to see it, I'm more than willing to shell out that money to get it. So let me know about that as well down in the comments if you're interested. That's about it for my channel update for what we've been doing. We have reached over 250 subscribers, and I'm very thankful for every one of you. It means a lot, more than I could possibly imagine, because I never even imagined reaching 100, let alone 50 even. And I mean, I was surprised that there's been any growth at all on my channel, because I personally don't find myself terribly entertaining. These videos probably aren't terribly entertaining because I'm not joking, I'm not laughing, and I am having a good time because I just like being in front of a camera. So let's move on to the mental health update. As you guys possibly know, if you watched my last mental health update, I had been facing a lot of depression really throughout my whole life. It's really hit me a lot. Recently, I've had some ups in my life. Some people have come around. Some things have been going on that just really brought me out of it more so. And I've learned that with where I'm at and how I'm focused, I have a lot of ups and downs. A lot. For a long time, I never really reached any ups. It was just always down, always sad. I couldn't really do anything, but I have noticed recently, but also within probably the past 2 years, that I have a lot of moments that I reach a very high peak, like no better than reaching my lows, where I'm just on a roll, I'm moving, I'm doing things, but it's one thing after the other, and I drag people along for the ride, and I will do things that can get me in a lot of trouble without thinking about it. I get very impulsive when that happens, so that's a challenge I'm facing. I'm trying to add more structure to my life, and I feel like that's going to help, planning things out more and focusing and just really hitting things head on instead of dodging it and moving really fast, which is what I've done a lot of in the past. And structure, I think, is something I really need, because otherwise I'm up, I'm down, I'm left, I'm right, I don't know. I just run in circles, and I do a lot of things that, like I said, is very impulsive without thinking about it. And if I add structure, then I have to force myself to stick to that, which is going to be the hardest part. That's a big part of it. Recently, when my content first started slacking off, I started doing a lot of stuff on Twitch, because Twitch, I kind of get the immediate feedback when I'm streaming, which I can stream on YouTube, but I decided I want to stream on Twitch because I like Twitch. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like, one, I don't quite reach the maximum bandwidth on YouTube, but the bandwidth for Twitch is a lot smaller, so I can reach that a lot better, which makes my content while I'm on Twitch on par with some of the top streamers. While when I'm streaming on YouTube, the bandwidth is so much higher, and I can't reach that my content doesn't quite match the other people who are streaming, kind of get bypassed doing that at times. I like them both, and I feel like it's a good medium to hopefully maybe grab some people off of Twitch and bring them over to my YouTube channel, get them interested in, maybe they're people who don't watch YouTube all the time and they're just interested in kind of coming over and joining our little community, vice versa. I can hopefully maybe bring some people in from my YouTube channel over to Twitch that don't normally watch Twitch, try and get them integrated into the community as well. And I would like to see more of that, and that immediate feedback tends to help me a lot, so that's been bringing me up. The semester ending has really started bringing me out of that pit of despair, more so too. It's the last week. I've been pretty stressed. I felt my blood pressure raising like crazy today, but as soon as I got that final done, I was much better for it. Ultimately, I'm doing better. I'm more interested in doing stuff and making content, but I'm having problems focusing myself around specifically recording and editing, so I've been doing a lot of live streams. If you're interested in that, I try to stream at, normally it's about 10 p.m. Central Time is when I start, because the majority of the time when I work, I get off at like 9:30 to 9:45. So when I do stream, I try to start between 10 and 11 p.m. But sometimes I just get a wild hair and feel like streaming at like 1 or 2 in the morning, Central Time, once again. So really it's anytime, but if you're interested in that, follow my Twitch channel and get those notifications, and it should send you an email, I believe, every time I go live. If it doesn't, you can just always check Twitch and come find me, and I'll be around for like hopefully at least 2 or 3 hours each time I stream. Not all the time, because I did a Wild Star the other day, first impressions on that, which that video should be up soon. That was actually pretty fun. Never played it before. I only did like an hour of it. Once again, I've talked about this in the past. Mental health, it's something that I'm very passionate about, and very passionate about moving forward and helping. And if you guys have any issues with it whatsoever, any down moments, any content you want to see that you think might help you out through it, really anything going on that you just need someone to talk to, want to talk about it to someone who I can't say understands, because no one quite understands the pain anyone else goes through. We all take it differently. Mine has been sparked by something, but yours could be sparked by something incredibly different. And if you ever need to have a conversation about that, I look at my messages on YouTube about every day. I look at my messages on Twitter about every day. I look at my messages on Facebook about every day, and there is a Facebook group for my channel specifically where you can message me directly. All that stuff, if you ever need to talk about it. I even have an email on my About page on YouTube. You should be able to send me an email directly. Anything like that. If you ever need to have a conversation about it, you let me know, and I'll be there. That's something I'm very, very passionate about, and I really want to help people around me that have similar issues, because that's a big thing that helps me as well. I know that sounds a little selfish, but it does. And being able to talk to other people about it helps me kind of work through my own problems without bitching about my own problems. So if that's something you're interested in, please feel free to message. It's a big thing I want to do with this channel, so I really want you guys to kind of spread the word. Anyone that you know of that enjoys gaming content, laughing, having a good time, maybe being vulgar, because we know I'm very vulgar, so don't turn anyone over to this that can't handle that. Spread the word for anyone who may be down that needs that laughter. I try my best to bring it out, because I know for a fact that when I'm down, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and that's what brings me up. And that's why I'm doing this stuff. I might not laugh all the time. I might not always be super funny. I know in some of my content it gets obvious when I'm just kind of forcing myself to record because I'm down and I'm like, I need to do something to help bring me out of this, and recording's one of those things, because even if I'm not just live streaming, I'm talking to you guys when I record, and I enjoy that. At this point, I am absolutely rambling, so I want to close off with saying that I am as well personal road to health, and a big part of it is step one. I've cut back on drinking a lot, alcohol mainly, but even soda, these things, which are terrible for me. I drink a lot of soda, a lot of Monster, and a lot of beer all the time. It's really bad for you when you're consuming that much calories, so I've started drinking a lot more water. That's step one for me. Step two is to cut out smoking. My New Year's resolution, which I know that's a little ways off, is to quit smoking, because mainly I work in retail at the moment, and I don't know about quitting smoking around this time of year, because it's extremely busy this time of year and extremely stressful, and we're all always yelling at each other at work, getting pissed off, throwing things, and we just want to go at each other's throats, and quitting smoking during that time of year, probably not a good idea. So it's my New Year's resolution to quit smoking. That's phase 2 of my road to health. By road to health, I mean physical and mental, because I do know that being in better shape and working out helps me mentally. Step 3 is to focus on eating better, because at the moment I mostly eat one meal a day, which sounds bad, but it's one big meal a day. It's not always the healthiest foods, and so I'm wanting to set myself up with a good eating schedule, because that's part of that discipline I'm trying to bring into my life, that structure. And then the step after that, step number 4, is to implement a good workout routine after I quit smoking, hopefully, because I don't want to kill myself. I'm not going to go for like a 5-mile jog. My lungs probably couldn't handle it, but that's step number 5, road to health. Once I can work myself into a good workout routine, quitting everything that's just bad for me, feel like it's going to make a big difference mentally and physically. Feel free to follow me for that. I will be doing updates periodically as time goes on. As for the drinking stuff, phase number 1, I've quit drinking soda mostly. Drink them from time to time. Like I had a 12 pack in my fridge that I finished off. I want to quit drinking soda unless I'm mixing it with alcohol periodically, because I'm not completely cutting alcohol out of my diet because I enjoy the taste of it. I'm cutting way back on it because beer's a bunch of empty calories. So is whiskey. All alcohols are just a bunch of empty calories at times, and especially when you're mixing it with soda, that doesn't help. But really, my goal is to only drink it periodically, cut back a lot on that, which I have for the most part. I've only had like, I think 2 or 3 beers in the last 2 weeks now. So that's a big goal for it. I've cut back on smoking quite a bit as well, but not a ton, so I want to do that. The next phase is to hopefully quit smoking by the new year or shortly after the new year, and then start phase 3 of changing my diet. So if you want to follow me on that, feel free. I'm going to try and post updates, talk about it, show weight loss maybe if I start losing weight, and talk to you guys about that. Once again, if you need any help whatsoever and need to talk about any issues mentally or anything in general, feel free to message me. All the links to do that are right below in the description of this video. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. We have reached 250 subscribers. I can't believe I've been doing this since May now. May. That's been quite some time. So I want to thank everyone who's followed me on this journey to this point, and it's not ending anytime soon. Thank you so much. I'm Mr. Bull 897. I love y'all. I'm going to be signing out.